Alright guys, what's up? So, I'm going to compare two crap strategies that I've seen online. One of them I kind of made into my own, and the other one I've seen other people do the same. So, the app I'm using is called Craps Trainer Pro. There's a free version, a paid version. Honestly, go with the paid version. Go with the free version. You don't have to waste the $5. All I think the paid version is letting you do is buy and place bets. It's kind of not buy and lay. So it's kind of not worth it if you're doing these strategies. So anyways, we're going to go to our settings. I don't need the notifications or the celebrations. I'm going to turn off the panning and zooming because it gets annoying. I don't need the sound. You can do a quick roll where it doesn't go across the table. It just does it here. I kind of like seeing it roll. It makes me feel like I'm there. Alright. Oop, forgot about this. Now these strategy, or this one. Play as a shooter. We're always going to have that $5 bet on the pass line. But if you don't want to do that and try something else, you can just turn it off. Your odds are always going to be, well, my odds at my casino are 3, 4, 5, which suck. I hate it. Now, the casino time is 45 seconds, which is actually pretty accurate because every time I go, I see 10 to 12 people at the table, and you got to pay all those people, and then you got the middle, so it takes quite a bit. We're going to disable the time, or disable the sound. I don't like the vibrate and the display pop-ups. Usually I have these on, but then some odd reason they get turned off, so I just do that and make sure they're turned off. Alright, let's get this going. Now, one of the things I hate about this app is the money. It is so difficult to get the money you actually want. I start with 300. So what you have to do is hold down the set button until you get to about 300, and then let it go. Alright, let's go. So, now I'm going to put 100 on the DC and $10 on the Yo. This, I would love to say, is the most money you would have at risk, but that's a lie. If the point was on 4 or 10 and the DC went to 4 or 10, whichever is the opposite, you have to place a bunch of money in the inside, and I'll explain if it happens. But it's an 8. Now, this is where I hate, because I would love to have these working, but on this app it won't. At a casino, you can tell them, hey, have my hard 8 working. You can put 20 there and say, I want my hard 8 working. But on this app, it doesn't do it, and I really hate it. So, luckily it didn't hit the 8. So now I put 30 on the 6 and 25 on the 5, because every time it hits, it's a 35. And compared to the other strategy, you have to hit those numbers twice to get to 35. But that's the one with a low risk. This is the one that has a very higher risk of money, but you can lose money very quickly. Alright, so let's go again. It's 4. Now, some people say they want to play the 4 and 10. Honestly, the best strategy on that, and I've done, is put $10 on the 4 and 10, and when they hit, use that money to buy it. I don't do it because I don't see 4 and 10 hitting as often, but this game is probably going to prove me wrong. So 6. Now, some of you are thinking, hey, I won 35. I'm not going to push it, but I press it. I'm sorry. I press the numbers because at the table, you have no idea when the guy's going to be a hot roller. I've gone, and the first thing I normally do before even starting the strategies, I watch a couple of shooters. It's half the time I go up there, I'll see it where a guy establishes a point, 7's out. Another guy establishes a point, 7's out. If you see that, best strategy, walk away, because you will lose money in the long run. You're sitting there saying, I can play the don't pass bar, but I've seen guys hit the point, get another point, and hit that point again. It's just one of those things that fluctuates. It's really annoying. Alright, let's keep going. Now I'm going to press this one to 50. See, now you could if you had $10 on the 4, you could have bought the 4 for $25, and all you have to do is pay $1, and you get 50 if it hits. 2. 7. So now, if you look at it, I'm only up $10. So if you would have just not pressed, you would have been up, I think you would have been at 370 or so. So you would be up a lot more if you didn't press. So a lot of people don't press it because they'd rather just have that money, which is not bad. You can do that. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, we won. Now here, you can do two things. This is what I do. I just won on my don't con. So I'm not going to risk it because if I put the 100 back up here and it hits 7, well, I'm just back to where I was. Actually, I'm $10 short because of the yo. So what I'm going to do is just do my place bets inside and act like it went to the 4 or 10 and just continue. And I'm still going to keep pressing, even though I know it's a risk that I can lose money and I only gain $5 to $10 each time, but it feels worth it to me. And see, if I would have placed again, it'd be, let's say, if I would have done the DC, it would have gone to 6. So, let's see if it hits that 6. Kind of glad it didn't hit the 10 now. Now, I'm down $5. But like I said, you could just not press it and you can be up even more. So if I would have played that DC again, I actually would have won because it only hit that 6 one time. That's where my DC would have gone. So let's try it again. Now I've seen a couple of guys do a strategy similar to this, but also put a bet on the 7 over here. I don't like doing that because sometimes it's just pointless, but I can't tell everybody what to do. Goes a 5, so let's do this and this. I like 5 and on because the odds of hitting it are less, but you have no hard ways. You have nothing to cover that. And see, we're back to 305. Let's try this again. Oop. Now, some people don't do the yo every time. I do because I've been screwed over a couple of times where I didn't do a yo and then I lose my 100. So I always do the yo. Now, I lost that again. So now I look at it saying I have $185. I can still do my strategy, but not as well. So we're going to try it and see what happens. Now I'm not going to do my yo, and I'm going to hate it because I want to have money for these place bets. Luckily I won. Since I'm down, I'm going to do it again and hope for the best. Okay, so it goes to a 6. We'll go to the 5 and 9. And I'm going to put 20 on the hard 6. 7's out. So I was down to 180 and now I'm back to 270. So I'm building myself up. Now, if you're doing this, you can go over here and look at your game statistics. Ignore everything on the right side. It's kind of pointless. If you look at the left side, it says I'm down $30. Now, this time right here says casino time is actually pretty accurate. I've tested it there, so it's pretty accurate. So normally, if I'm at an hour, and let's say I'm only, at 270 or 350, kind of where I'm at, I leave. Because it tells me the table isn't doing that well and it's just time to go. Because the longer you stay, the more money you have at risk. So let's do that again. So, hard 8. And let's get back to the 20 on the hard 8. Oop, wrong one. Now, sometimes I would do a 25, but I'm not doing a 25 until I get some more money. Because this is only going to pay me 90, and I'm at 100 at risk. And this is what I was talking about. Right here, if I hit a 7, I have 75, 80, and then 100. So I'm not going to gain and I'm not going to lose. That's why I always wanted to hit at least 1 point or 1 place bet or point and then 7 out. And I didn't. So back to what I was saying, I'm hoping that this guy's going to be a hot roller and hit some numbers. And I've had it where he 7s out and it's awful. And the reason I like this right here is because I hate when guys put a video of them, winning and having, $600, $700, $800, because that's not always the case. I've gone to the casino and I've lost $300 in the matter of 20 minutes or so. Ooh, he likes that 5. That's good. And see, that's what I like. That's where I stop, because now I'm winning 105 every time that 5 hits. Hitting that 10, 6. Okay, now this is how I press for like the 6 or anything else. I'm going to put 10 on my pass line. So now it goes to my 5, which I'm going to actually take down because no other number was hitting as well. So now I'm going to put 40 for my max odds. Okay, so maybe he's going to keep hitting the 6. So we're going to press that to 60. No, not a buy. There we go. Perfect. Now, I'm only down $5 if I 7 out. I'm not doing the DC because obviously it would have gone to the 6 and I would have lost it. I feel like this guy's a hot roller. He hit the 5. Now I get 75 or 70. My bad. We're going to price that to 15. And it's 4. Max odds on that are, what was it, 15, 45. So we're going to go back here. Now, some of you were thinking, hey, that 5 was at 75. But I'm not going to do that because I don't know if that 5 is going to be that hot number again. So press the 8. Hit the 5 again. So if you really wanted to put the 75, you can. I don't. Just something I don't really care to. See, that's twice I lost out on $100. So now I'm getting 100 every time the 5 and 6 hits. I get 100. I get 100. Now I'm at $600. If you want to continue going, that's great. But if I would have come down, there's $150, $200, and $225 I have out there, not including the pass line. So I could bring this all down and have $800, which I do, because I don't care about making more money. If you want to, we'll keep going. I'll show you. But if it 7s out, you have that opportunity to miss. I already doubled my money. I'm set. When I go to the casino, I double my money, I leave. But let's see what happens. Hits a yo. 10. 11. 5. So I see now I'm at 700. So if I get over the 800, great. But see, now I lost because I could have had 800, but now I'm 100 short of that. But we're still up. We're $405, so we're up the $405. See, session and lifetime, which is kind of good because this is a good way to keep track of what it is and the strategy. And now, according to this, it says profit per roll is $6, and I've only been to the casino for 45 minutes. So we'll just say an hour. I made $400 an hour. I'm gonna leave. I'm done. But now we're going to compare it to the other strategy we saw online. So we're going to go over here. We're going to go to reset stats. This only resets the session, not your lifetime. Let's do the money. The other guy does 300 too. So it's actually easy to compare. If I can get the 300. There we go. Now, He does the 5 on the pass line. Technically, the one guy I watched, he said he was at a minimum of $10. So he did $10. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do what I did with the $5 table. Alright, let's get this going. Now, some of you might actually play like the horn bet or the world bet, or put $1 for craps. I don't. I just don't care to do that. I swear I've probably done that 100 times and only won maybe 10. So I don't like doing it. Now they do 75, $5 yo, and see. So it goes to the 8. So now all they have to do is put 10 on the hard 8. And then they put 10 on the 5 and 9, and he does max odds. And also, I'm sorry, he does $10 on the 10 and 4. Now, he's down $5. So we'll try it again. But it doesn't say it's wrong, because I was down plenty of times. I was down to almost 150, I think, at one point. But that's what I mean by this strategy. It's a very low risk strategy, but you could not make as much money. Hopefully, I'll show you if we actually get it going. 15 for max odds, and let's do $10 4. I forgot to do the comeback last roll. That was my fault. I apologize. So now what we're gonna do is max odds on that are 15. So we're gonna place it here and do a comeback. See, now this is what I don't like. He wins $35, but he can't press it like I can. He can't win 70 if it hits again. He can only do that. He can do $10 here and try to, but you have no idea where that's going to go. It's not going to be guaranteed to the 4 if the 4 hits. Unless it hits actually this next roll. But see, but that's 7 down. So he's actually up $350. Like I said, the strategy is not bad. It's just very low risk, and you don't have an opportunity to make more. But like I said, my stopping point, and you need to have a stopping point and know when to stop. Mine is when I get to 600 or I've been there for an hour. Even if I'm down to $100, it's been an hour, I think it's time to go, because it's not doing so well. Obviously, if you're down to 100, definitely ain't doing so well. And the reason I say that you need a stopping point is because there was a time where I was at $675, and then I decided I'm going to stay and try to make more, and I got down to 300, and I did the stupidest thing. I tried to chase my winnings, and I even lost more. I walked out with nothing. I could have walked out with almost $700, but instead I got stupid and chased my winnings and got down to nothing. So, know your stopping point. Oh, sorry. Forgot we had a point. There we go. Do the 6 and 8. Max odds are 20. Oh, 4 and 10. Sorry, I keep forgetting about the 4 and 10 because I normally don't do the 4 and 10. But it's good to do this before the come bet, so that way you're not using your own money. Try this again. Now, I'm going to look at, after this roll, after this shooter, I want to see where we're at for time-wise. Now I'm going to do 10 on the hard 6, 7 down. So I'm at 368, and let's go to 12 minutes. So, okay. I thought it was a little bit longer than that, but I was wrong. Now, if some of you don't like the winning window, you can turn it off. And what I mean by that, I'll show you. And $2, 10, Oops. I'm sorry, I forgot about my comeback. Sorry, I don't do that one quite a bit. This is what I'm talking about, the winning, your winning window. If you don't like it, you can go to settings, and it's right here at the bottom left. You can just click on it, and it turns it off. So, let's go on. But see, now he's at $400. He's doing pretty well. So like I said, there's a thing where you can make a lot of bit of money, or you can lose a little bit. You can lose a little bit. It depends on what strategy you like and how so. Now, personally, he has $75. So my question is, do you do it again or not? I'm going to, because he can place it anywhere, so it's best to have a point for that DC to go to. So 8. Now let's do 9. And max odds are 15. Let's go. Man. Actually, I lied. I'm going to turn that winning window back on. That way I can just hit collect change. Alright. Let's do 75. 5. And let's go. I'm not going to lie. This is actually kind of the first time I haven't had it 7 out after the come out roll. That's kind of nice. I hate when it does that. It hits a point and then 7's out, because that's where you lose all your money. $5 come. And let's go. Ooh, 6. You can put your odds here because sometimes I forget. So, but you won't lose if it hits 7, so you'll be in safe. See, you just lose the come bet, you don't lose your odds, which 180. Oh, can't do a come bet yet. Let's go. All right, so move that to the 5. Now, actually, I'm going to do his 75 again, which goes to the 10. And 2. That max odds are 15. But see, that's the only thing about the strategy I don't like is you can't press it. You can try, but it's not going to do well. The only way you can press it is if all the numbers have a come bet. Then you can do 10, because then technically whatever wins, you can have an ability to press it. But that's just how the strategy is. Now, this is what I hate, because here comes that come out roll, and it's on a 10. I'm going to just put 10 on the hard 10, but you can't have it working until a point is established. But like I said, at the casino, you can. So it goes to the 4. Perfect. Alright, let's get this going again. Come on, 7. Oh, we're going for a 5. So max odds are 20. You can always press the pass line, though. You can do what I did and put 10 and keep increasing it, if you choose to. Just not the come bets. Man, it is 11 at 4. See, if you did that, you could have bought the 10. Or bought the 4, I'm sorry. And then, for 25. And every time it hits, you get 50 for $1. But, like I said, dealer's choice. That's up to you guys. Alright, 6. I'm actually hoping it hits all the numbers. That way I can show you about the press and what I mean by that. But it doesn't. Now, I hit my stopping point. I'm at 682. Go to game statistics. And I've only been here for half an hour. So I'm not saying my strategy is superior. But I'm just saying I like my strategy. I like doing it because I have chances of making more money very quick. I guess I can't say quickly because I've only been here half an hour, so he actually beat me. But you always have to compare for each roll that hits on his. Because I don't think he lost his 75 Or no, I think he no, I don't think he ever lost his 75 on the rolls. So you see, I could win probably a little bit more money if I had the same rolls as him. But unfortunately, in this app, you can't do that. So that is the comparison. I'll let you guys decide which one you think is best. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and I will see you guys later.